Muy bien. Why is this not working? Oh, there it is. Hey, Carol, Robert, and Eva. I was actually playing hooky. I was over in somebody else's live stream. And I looked at the clock and I was like, come on over here. I was actually trying to figure out how to get, see if there's another option out there for a hosting platform or whatever. And I don't know the one they were using, which probably the one I'm gonna have to go with. It's pretty easy for everybody to walk on each other. But we'll see. Hey, Grouchy dude. Well, let me. Y'all bear with me because somebody we all know and love has been telling me that he hasn't been getting the notifications. So I'm gonna send him a thingy. A lot of people haven't been getting the notifications about my live streams, in case y'all are wondering. Yeah, so feel free to tweet them and Instagram them and everything like that. Quite honestly, as a matter of fact, if y'all want to tweet and Instagram and the links to all my videos, I don't care. I didn't realize that apparently last maybe 50 or 60 videos that I put out that were politically charged were more than the rhythm could bear. These things happen. Some of it is too. There's a lot of the smaller channels that go live a lot now. So there's only so many of us in the community, that are, this group or whatever. So it's kind of hard for everybody to make nothing. Truth Freeze, it's clickbait. I mean, come on, this is Wes S's channel. If you hadn't figured out my titles are clickbait by now, you haven't been watching. No, I'm seriously, I'm thinking about dropping Friday night because there's just too many people doing live streams on Friday nights. I mean, there's, I don't know, there's 15 or 20 going right now. Oh yeah, Jeffrey, this is Friday night. We just get together and talk. There's no telling. It could be space aliens, Sasquatch, or we could wind up in the Bible. You never know what's going to happen. I cannot figure out how to make OSB work or OBS work. It's apparently you have to have a degree in the crap, and the only way all the features are going to work is if you get the not free version. And quite honestly, I'm on a fixed income, and I'm not going to spend money to produce a video that I don't, that for like 20 people. So, not that y'all aren't important, but you know, I can either pay whatever a month for the paid version of OBS, or I can buy honey buns. I like honey buns. Ah, that's water. Yes, and that's what I've been preaching on this channel for six or 9 months. Take advantage. Y'all were supposed to take advantage of the Google Hangouts, the live streams and stuff, to get to know each other's emails, so you get to know each other's addresses, so you could snail mail each other. They can't stop snail mail. But nobody ever listens to me. I'm just some white guy with long hair and a beard. Oh, wait, you may not actually have to do a little work to stay in communication with the other people. I've actually got to invest of my own damn self to make it work. Well, yeah, kind of. It's freaking America, man. Nothing came free. I gotta go get some coffee. Well, what's up? What's up? Hello, Bitty. Going healthy? Uh, Probably. I've actually gotten written letters from some of my subscribers, but not nearly as many as I was hoping for. Yeah. Do your sensitive talking on a phone call. Don't do it in text messages or emails. Text messages and emails never disappear. They have all of Hillary's emails. All that smashing of that those Blackberries and stuff. That was for show. That was for us. But yeah, I go live this time every Friday night. That's what I was saying earlier. Is I'm just gonna stop going live on Fridays. Uh, there's too many people that that are doing their own thing, and I'm not pointing you out or saying you need to do anything different. I'm just saying there's I don't know. I can't make up my mind because I don't know how many people are in here. I got 16 people in here, and that's all pretty well. Some of y'all are pretty diehard on my channel. I see y'all's comments and stuff on all my regular videos. So, uh, I know that you're like, you really, you follow the whole thing, my whole channel. Some of y'all are patrons. Uh, some of the ones that aren't would be if they could be. You're out there gardening. See, I sit in the air conditioning and do live feeds while she goes out and does all the hard physical labor in the garden, just like God intended. Please don't hit me. Not really. She does that. I don't want to. She like goes out every day and talks to her plants, and they crap food. Probably put up 15 pounds of squash yesterday. 10. I'll go with 10. That's true, Chipper. You barely ever hang around. Just because you're the first and most faithful patron I have. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You're gonna like kill me or quit me, ain't you? Grumpy. John said hello, John Moko. Hello, John Moko. She said, I'll be in here in a minute or a little while or something. Here comes Sadie. What? I don't even like dogs. They don't like you. I'm not feeding you anymore. Fed you twice this morning. My dog spends time across the road. And she's got ticks, not like the bug, but she's got little tails that tell me they don't treat her well over there. Can't get her to stay away. Actually, she has been staying home of late, huh? She hasn't been home there a lot. They got a new person that's mean to you, huh? Chipper. Solo. Why did I say Chipper? Yeah, that's true about you being whatever. Sorry for the distraction, but the two ladies of the house were talking to me. Has anybody been missing the like notifications? Uh, you know what I missed? Remember we used to do the challenge videos around? Everybody would do, I challenge you, I challenge you. I miss those. Evie, you said you've been sick or something? Or just off work? I was gaining subscribers at a pretty steady pace again, and then all of a sudden it was doing the gain 2, lose 2, gain 3, lose 2 again, and I was just like, it doesn't make any sense. I have to try to remember to. Honey, I got some sour cream and onion chips over here. You want some? It's a what?
My snack.
For the get up challenge? What are you talking about? So could I miss something?
Well, already thumbs down.
Who's thumbing me down already? Oh, that's hey, that sounds funny.
Yeah.
Up. Do I really sound like a hillbilly, people? Feel free to comment. Like a stoner hillbilly. That's what it sounds like when I hear my voice on. It said, well, that's not happening, Eva. Biddy Boo, you still in here? I found a salt shake. Well, actually, I found a pile of salt shakers today. You would die for it. But my daughter-in-law is keeping them. Apparently, she likes them too. One of them is an apple. You pick the apple up, and it comes in half. And one half of the apple is salt, and the other half is pepper. Pretty cool. She wouldn't let me have it. I wish I could go right now, Jake Blankenship. The getting to Canada, and then they always want to like drive for 20 hours before they do anything. Dude, if I drive north for 20 hours here, I've gone through like 6 states. And they ain't even left one province or whatever. They don't even have roads. They're like, they're like 5 of the hours are like going out and cutting trees off the road and stuff. My trip to Canada will be done super early spring when it's still cold, or in the fall. The end. I'd love to get to meet Jeremy in person. I didn't get to finish watching today, but I like the way Chris is doing his videos now with doing stuff. Jeff, who? Oh, it just come up on my screen.
Huh?
The flag behind me means exactly the same thing. The story I got from this, this was actually turned in. They're supposed to do the flags. And this was his version of Don't Tread on Me. Yeah. Anyway, there it is. See the whole line.
It lets my low type redneck.
Yeah, how come you people can type redneck and I can't? I tried to type redneck in a live stream chat on somebody else's channel. It kicked me out of the chat. So I went back. I was like, man, that makes sense. I had to go back to my homepage and back to the live stream, get back in. I tried to say the same thing again. Boom, it kicked me out again. I went back to my homepage and the video link wasn't even up there. It was there. The places, the channel's name wasn't even showing up in my live feed anymore.
Because Smolo separates the two words, makes them two separate things, not a noun.
I did. I
Oh,
typed in RED space, but as soon as I hit that, well, I guess it's because I was capitalizing them, making it a name.
I guess. I don't know.
I'm like, yeah, out of here, buddy.
I don't know.
I think that's attached to my channel because I can't type redneck, and people can't usual. Well, and he's got a wrench. If he didn't have a wrench, he wouldn't have been able to do it. I bet you.
That may be the difference, whether you have a wrench or not. What's the camera?
Hey Jeff, type in redneck. Jeff Caldo. Just if you get kicked out, come back. I'm not. Well, that's not cool. Why does it not like me?
I just don't like you, I guess.
That's messed up.
Can you put it together though?
Try to put it together in one word.
No, one way as soon as I put it. So Chipper can't either? So maybe there's only certain one of y'all that YouTube watches.
Chipper, why is it like that? That's freaking stupid.
Well, rednecks are racist, remember?
I guess redneck is a racist word. Not suitable for ads, redneck. Not suitable for ads, not redneck. Oh. African American redneck. There needs to be that channel because I met him.
The derogatory term.
Redneck's not. Who said? Since when has redneck been a derogatory term?
Chipper said it. Don't blame me.
Oh. No, white trash is a derogatory term. Crimson neck. Okay, that's the new one, guys.
Not grouchy. My hands are sticky. I can't pop.
All right, Grouchy, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for your comment, dude, on the study. Yeah. I was gonna get you some barbecue ones, but
I'm gonna slap you.
went 20-something years thinking my wife liked barbecued potato chips, and she hated them. And I can take them or leave them. But when she'd ask me what kind of, I'd always say barbecue because I thought I was being nice. The kids didn't really like barbecue potato chips either. So because we were all trying to be nice to one another, we spent 20 years eating potato chips we didn't like. We are now aware that we like Cheetos and plain Ruffled potato chips. I like corn chips. Now, if I eat those, I don't have to worry about sharing them. I'm not saying that you should probably spend a little bit of time as married people or as a family learning to communicate with one another. I'm just saying it might think something.
I like to eat potatoes out of the can.
I hate those damn things, man. Oh, I thought she liked canned potatoes, which are the most disgusting vegetable on the planet. And she thought I liked them. And it's just she made them that way because it was something that she grew up, they ate because it was cheap and we're poor. And I would eat them, so she thought I liked them. So, yeah, we know different things about each other now. Like, we don't like corned beef hash. Or, well, I don't know, maybe if somebody else makes it. That's like, I don't really like the texture of that stuff. She will eat spam, fried spam, if it's burnt. She will eat bacon if it's crispy. Call it crispy. It actually has to be burnt. But actually, barbecued Fritos are the bomb. The honey barbecue twisties. Mm-hmm. I'm going to come up with a new snack. It's going to be saltine crackers with kosher salt and red food coloring. And I'm going to call them Cracker Reds. And we'll shape them.
Maybe you have to do it with an F. It lets me put cracker.
That's because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Woman got the privilege.
Yep.
Women are like that, Chipper. Sometimes you just gotta learn to nod your head. I said, But you do actually have to listen because if you at the wrong time, you're toast. We just bought somebody a Ferrari. Maybe. Yeah, because crackers is food. Cracker is.
Oh my God, just cracker.
It's dumb, man. I mean, I don't know why they do it. I'm almost out of snacks, honey. I have 1.5 pretzels. Wait, let me do it. I have 1.5 pretzels left. This jug has lasted a really long time. It's a signature select party mix. It's got corn chips, fried cheese curls, nacho cheese flavored tortilla chips, pretzels, and some of the corn chips were flaming hot corn chips. They were flipping hot. We're just chatting. This is Friday, man. We don't have whatever. For all those that are coming into the deal, if you want to know what the title of the chat means, you have to be here when it starts. I'm debating on whether or not to kill my Friday podcast because there's so many people doing Friday podcasts. I don't want to leave y'all stuck out, though. The people I see in here, I never see in the other ones. But look there, the HDP. Oh, God. The High Desert Pioneer. What we got? Who knows what? I like Brussels sprouts. Did you just get it, Z103? Must have been on for 30 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, for all you people just getting here, you know, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people coming in and out, so I guess the Friday night's not a waste of time. I am looking into, that's the reason I was in the other chat. I was almost didn't do this because I was in Will Patriot's live stream. And I was watching how they're doing it with that StreamYard thing or whatever. And I just figured out how to do Google Hangouts. And now I got to learn how to do something different. And just FYI, the seasoning off of the Flaming Hot Cheetos has drifted to the bottom of this. God.
He needs more something, Jake.
Yeah, Blake and Chip, dude, I've been watching him and I don't get this. Well, how to be politically correct about what I'm fixing to say. This is prepper related. Thank you, Blake. We now have a topic. See, y'all think Jake Blankenship, he just created a topic for tonight's chat without even intending to. We are preppers. By and large, everybody in here got in here because they're into watching prepping videos at the very least. There is a channel out there who I have a high level of respect for. He's very intelligent. What? I was eating chips.
Oh.
I'm thinking about getting a beer. I'll put it on ice. Anyway. What Chip telling himself about? Anyway, I'll be right back. I can't do this on coffee. Well, I'm going to have to do it on coffee because just for y'all who care, I quit smoking. This is day 2-ish. My life is like fluffy clouds and unicorns and marshmallows. It's perfect. No stress. Okay, now then. All right, where was I? I was talking about, distracting me with words. You always distract me with words. I don't know why you always got to try to distract me with words.
But you had a topic.
I do have a topic, but I can see it moving. I'm going to put this in front of the chat here, like this, and then if it's anything important, that's not going to work. I need something bigger. Let's try that. There. Oh, that didn't work. Aha! I can't read the chat now. Because with this, I can't make it go away. In case you're wondering. Okay, Jake Blankenship brought up Jeremy at One Wildcrafter's weight loss. For those of you who don't know about the channel, it's the man and his wife or significant other, whatever, I don't know, or his lady are doing a year of eating nothing but wild foods. And they tried the first 6 months, they tried to do it with just what they were able to gather. They took a year. They took 12 months to forage, hunt, try. They picked up roadkill and processed roadkill deer to fill freezers with meat. He contacted trappers and got them to help him with catching beaver. He went bear hunting. He picked berries. He picked weed seeds. He dug roots. He worked his butt off for a year. Picked apples, dried apples, the whole 9 yards. His house was shoved full of food. He's out of food 6 months into it. Took him a year. And okay, here's the deal. Took him a year to get enough food to fail. Using cars and electricity, modern conveniences, all that stuff. Took him a year to store enough food to fail. He hasn't given up. He's still trying to make the full year. But he has had to ask for help for people to get him wild food. It can't be, if I thought for half a second I could pop a 350-pound sow and get her scalded, de-haired, gutted, and froze solid and freight it to him, I would. But, I just might as well buy him a moose for the cost. It costs a lot to send stuff to Canada. But anyway. Preppers. Preparedness-minded individuals. You cannot listen to me. You are not skilled enough. You were not raised from a baby by somebody who was raised from a baby by somebody who was raised from a baby to eat weeds and wild game. You do not stand a chance hunting and foraging for your food. Everybody thinks, well, the American Indian did it. No, they didn't. They had a range of territory that they hunted in and that they fished in and that they farmed in. They didn't do agriculture like the Europeans did, but they deliberately planted vegetables in places they knew those vegetables would grow, so those vegetables would be available when they went through there. They stopped and made camps in places where they could easily grow vegetables. Yeah. Where do you think all the stuff that they carried to Europe and started growing and became staples in Europe? The Irish potato was native to the Americas. It's not an Irish potato.
Narrow Wave Farm. Hello, I'm here from Meet the British Channel. I'm going to be your channel.
Hello, Narrow Way Farm. But because they granted the potatoes are from South America, from the high up, the climate in South America and the climate in Ireland are pretty similar where the potatoes were found. Okay. Sweet potatoes. Oh, wait a minute. Sweet potatoes are not foreign. Yes, they are. Sweet potatoes again. They were raised by indigenous peoples of the United States. They're not from Europe. Okay. So yeah, tomatoes. Tomato, South American. Oh, North American. Pumpkins. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I already say squash? Did I already say green beans? Did I say green beans?
The green beans we have are foreign.
Yeah, but that's years and years and years of hybridization. I'm just saying. We couldn't have. We didn't. Europeans think about, look, this wild plant is edible. Wow, this whole hillside is covered in these wild edible tubers. How the hell you reckon they got there? I don't know. That name was cultivated. That's how. People learn. Here's the topic. You got 2 years worth of food in your basement. You got a perfectly safe bug out location. You've got the perfect everything. Nobody's gonna. All the bad people are gonna die. They're gonna eat all their food. They're gonna eat all of each other's. Like as in like give me your hands on. And then you're gonna be able to come out of your little bunker 2 years on down the road. Well, a year and a half because you need 6 months of growing season. Oh wait, you bought a seed vault. And you're like, okay, I just need to plant this stuff. Guess what? You bought the wrong seeds. The staple is grains, gourds, and tubers. Gourds you can get gourds from seeds. So if you stored squash seeds, you're doing pretty good. Corn, how easy is corn to grow? How many years have I planted corn here? 7 years of planting corn. In 7 years of planting corn, I have harvested exactly this much. That's not this 0.0 corn.
HQ pressing forwards. It's not very often I get to look at your channel, but I'm driving a lot. You know, it keeps me busy. Going back down to Laredo Monday, been close to your place a couple of times, but not close enough to stop. Maybe someday we can get together in fellowship, brother. God knows. Have a good day. God bless.
Hi, shoot me an email with something about me section, or I could type that in there, or somebody could type that in there. I might be doing growing corn. I've tried everything. I even read a book. I went down and talked to the guy who can grow corn here. He says, dude, your dirt sucks. Thanks. Corn apparently takes a lot of root. It takes a lot more topsoil than I have. So, yeah. I have very limited gardenable area. And don't give me this, the back to Eden things works, but you've got to water it. But you got to be careful not to water it too much. Blah, 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 blah. I made compost like you wouldn't believe. The garden spot that I do have that produces is from 7 years of adding composted material to it, and literally chipping away at the hard pan. And I started out, I had about 8 inches of topsoil in that one place, and now got what, maybe I've doubled that. I've got about 6 inches of topsoil there, but I can't sacrifice that to corn. Corn takes too much room. Corn takes a massive amount of garden space. For honestly, if you think about it, very little return. Now, if you had unlimited acres and you could plant, several hundred stalks of corn here and several hundred over there and several hundred over here, and not really worry about it, if it rained on it, it rained on it. If it didn't, it didn't. That would be different. But people think that they're going to be, okay, I've got my gardening book, I've got my seed vault, I'm set. Nope, you're not. Jeremy, let's get back to Jeremy over at One Wildcraft, which y'all really go subscribe to his channel. He is spending a lot of his own money doing the research. He's having blood work done. He's literally doing this as a experiment with himself as a guinea pig. Do you want that?
For some reason, several of them were having problems hearing me.
If y'all are having problems hearing me, it's probably on y'all's end. If there is noise in the background, that's my air conditioner.
They're saying it's buffering and stuff.
Oh, again, I can't do anything about that. I don't have this. They took Hangouts away. This is the camera thing from YouTube. This is all you get. Sorry. You can try to refresh. Anyway, Jeremy has lost 40 pounds in 6 months while he was trying to gain weight. He has not skipped meals. He's been eating like crazy because he was hungry all the time, because wild food isn't as filling or as fattening as agriculturally produced food is. Yeah, you can eat plantains. There's no calories in them. You can eat lamb's quarter. There's no calories in it. Milkweed pods, there's a few calories in it.
Jake said, I feel like everyone interested in what we are needs to pay attention to One Wildcraft.
Yeah, I mean, One Wildcrafter, he's putting a lot in the same. When you go over to Woodbeard's channel, the Wooded Beardsman, go back and watch the reason I have stuck with him through all these crazy journeys and this, that, and everything else is because of his why he did a video. I subbed him for the fishing, but then he did a video about why all you have to do to win alone is be fat when you start and do nothing. Basically, I mean, that's not the name of it, but if you go into the alone, without 20 or 30 extra pounds on, basically you don't stand a chance. And he's been right every time. Your come on his wilderness living challenge. They had a boat. They went to one of the most productive food places. They went to New England, for crying out loud. Lost weight. They were so hungry at the end of this last challenge. They were looking at each other like they were food. When you have to do more than go, I would like 2 cheeseburgers, some fries, and 2 large sodas. That's the drive up. You go through a lot more calories. It's coming up on an hour. They do this because this eats up their stuff.
Chipper said he switched the video to low. I don't know what that means.
And there was, Jake, there was so much food available to the Woody Beardsman and Fowler's Makery and Mischief. There's no reason they should have lost weight. But when you're eating straight protein, okay, I know people are like, oh, I eat steak every day. Yeah, I eat steak every day too. But if all I can eat is lean beef every day, on day 3, I'm going to be digging around looking for a cracker, a carrot, a raw potato, something, because my body wants anything but lean protein. My body's like, I'm going to starve to death on this crap. Protein is a building block. It's not an energy source. Carbohydrates and fats, those are your energy sources. If you can't get carbs and you can't get fats, you're toast. And you need both to be healthy. Hey, Dad on YouTube. And Aid snuck in here. When did you get in here, Aid? Hello to everybody that I missed while I was refusing to let myself look at the chat.
I don't want crabs. Thank you.
Thank you, baby, but no crabs. No, the seafood kind's fine, but well,
No, don't even want seafood crabs.
you don't know what's good. You want your bacon, bro.
Yep. I don't want crabs.
Hey, Team Folkhold in here. Why are you blue, Steve? In case you people that are in here that are new, like, oh, look at all the blue wrenches. Why don't I get one? Because these people have been subscribed to me for over 2 years. Some of them for 3. So, yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, we need carbs, too. My wife made a request for a specific type of dinner. I guess it's dinner. What we call it, supper. So I made it and threw in a little something extra, something special. Delivered it to her. And all I got was, where's my biscuit? But she said thank you. But she was right. It needed a biscuit. We're talking about the fact that you cannot okay, I'll try to.
Tell him I got it if he wants to take it down.
You got that?
I'm sending it to him.
HQ, I got that if you want to pull it down so people don't like bust your chops with a bunch of emails. Got it. Okay. Anyway, about the fact that you cannot expect to go live off the land. I don't care how good you are. When the Plains Indians were doing it, they had access to grazing livestock in the bison herds that provided them with protein, fats, and pounds and pounds of organ meat every time they brought one down. Okay. And then when they got the horses, it made their life infinite. They didn't have to wait for the herds to show up. They could quite literally follow the herds. You know, they couldn't go into one territory or another territory, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, they had other Indians. They couldn't just like go wherever they wanted to.
See what Dad said.
Yes, you can. I'm not saying that that eating a pure meat diet can't be done. Human beings have done it for centuries. Your kids are going to be less intelligent than you, and your grandkids less intelligent than your kids.
I know some people, their parents must have ate strictly meat.
Yeah,
Just saying.
pretty much. Serious. I am not freaking lying. It's the beer and peanuts and the meat and potatoes guys. They're thick as a damn brick. And because they don't want to eat the potato, you know, I'm not eating the salad. You're getting nothing but, you know, the ones that eat the fatty steaks, yeah, whatever, but lean protein does not build brain cells. The human brain is made of fat, just for the record, or fat-like substance. You have to
Yeah, I'll
eat.
stick with my tank too.
Yeah, you have to eat the liver. You have to eat the kidneys. You have to eat the stomach. You have to eat the brain. You have to eat all these parts of the wild game. That's why when it was no super, we're going to take the spirit of the animal. Those guys went out there and they killed a crap ton of buffalo. They went out there, they opened it up, they pulled the yucky yucks out of the way. They reached in there, they got the liver, and they all cut them off a chunk of liver and they ate it because the liver's going to go bad. That liver was the most nutritious part of that animal. That was their lunch. The ones that they killed back down the way, the women had already cut those open, drug the guts and stuff out of the way, and had already sliced the liver up, and them and the kids were sitting there eating that liver. So if those braves at the front of the line wanted to eat liver, they all stood around the last couple they killed and got the liver from there because the ladies was getting theirs back at the back. So, yeah. Do not believe Hollywood. For that matter, don't believe a lot of what was written in the history books by the white historians. I'm just saying. Exactly. Foco, it's, I mean, there's sugar cane that grows around here. Doesn't do me any good. I don't know how to process the sugar out of it. It's not very good sugar cane, but it's not very good sugar cane. People don't even realize what it is. It was planted to knock out erosion. The beauty of it is, storm comes through, knocks 4 or 5 of them down, and it gets covered up with a little bit of silt or whatever. Each one of the joints will sprout more cane, and it grows up, and it'll plug a wash. Just here. I mean, it doesn't have to be cracker historians, just any of them. A lot of the exploration of the West was done by freed African Americans. There were actually black people that came over here and bought land, but not all black people in the United States came over here as slaves. Just saying. Most of them, but not all. That's one way to do foraging. Yes, it was not uncommon. The actual practice of slavery it's old as the hills. White people didn't invent it, but we're done with that conversation. I don't even want to talk about that anymore. That never turns out good. I'm done with it. I'm not a racist, and if anybody thinks that I want to talk about that kind of crap on my channel, you're wrong. I'll kill the whole screen. Just saying that we need to forget that stuff ever existed. Yes, I'm a history and science denier. I know that. Yeah, I have C103. It actually tastes really good. That's okay, Jay. See, like we eat okra. We're like, oh, yeah, okra. Okra's a southern thing. I don't know about you northerners up there. I don't know if y'all like it or not, but another plant that they ate down here, just like okra, which comes from the Indian, is devil's claw. There are people out there in the scientific world saying that devil's claw is poisonous, that you shouldn't eat it. Why? You can't eat the root. There's a chemical in the root, which is they make medicine out of, but you don't eat the root. You eat the seeds from the dried pods, or you eat the green pods. Dude. Yeah, I don't like this sleepover. I knocked most of the chips off my shoulder a long time ago. They still drift in. Okay, guys. I'm going to have to resort to eating this sucker, which is fruit punch. Ooh, I was right by Allsup's for like 2 hours today. And it was hard. I finally said, son, I got to go. I can't be by this store no more. I gotta go back out in the country where I don't have access to these things. So. Hey, Jeffrey. What else y'all want to talk about? So y'all know where I stand. You can't run to the hills and make it. The time to learn to garden is now. Dad on YouTube, Mr. Funny bah ha 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 person over here, who's talking about not eating eyeballs and stuff. He doesn't have to eat rabbit eyeballs. He tilled up his pretty backyard and put vegetables where grass was growing. He's full of crap. He's practicing for the apocalypse. How's your garden doing anyway, Dad? C103, you garden too, don't you? He's just practicing to be a cannibal, I think. Killdeer plans on existing on fish. Oh, somebody giving you a free greenhouse, or there's a free greenhouse available? Just FYI, Dad, you can get a second crop of squash in if you want to. Or you can go in behind the squash and put in black-eyed peas. If you want to. Man, I'm not telling you. I'm just saying. Hello, Jeffrey Holmes. I don't know if I said here. Chipper, shut up, man. You do not. You plan on eating your horses. That was a good comment. That's like a really quick, just so you'll know that I'm working on it. Trying to do it in a unique way. It will be just mine. Nobody else will have one like it. So nothing is normal so far. Go figure. Is it plastic or fiberglass? Does it say Mustang fiberglass works on it? What's that? Okay, I missed the comment. I got to get caught up on there. Where to go? Oh, they're still on Tipper's comment. If it's a Mustang fiberglass works, those are good. That's a really good greenhouses. Hi, Virginia H. Long time no see. Yeah, if there's anybody up there in Canada or whatever that can, like, you know, don't give them something that's going to get them food poison or whatever, but they got that whole harvest roadkill law and stuff up there. Thank you, C103. I would have hated to see little smoke trails coming up through the chat. They're funny. What else? That's about it. Where you been hiding, Virginia? When we finished the one wallcatcher thing. Go subscribe, go back, watch the stuff. And the other one, the amount of calories you have to acquire just to stay alive are crazy. And if you're humping your gear around and you're climbing up and down mountains and it's cold, you know, if you're not in an atmospherically controlled situation, your body's burning calories to stay warm. Your body's burning calories to cool off. You've got to make your own water magically. You can't just stick your head in the bar ditch and suck it through a straw forever. Did y'all know that the Android phone system does not have an emoji for tacos? Why would you not have an emoji for tacos? It's like probably the most American food ever. They have pizza. They have rice with chopsticks. Wait, maybe Android isn't American. Maybe it's made in China. I don't know. Ha with your iPhone crap over there, mister. Yeah, I know. I'd still rather do without my taco emoji. Mine don't. I think mine's a Android. Maybe it's not.
It is. But it may be, maybe Samsung or something has it.
Oh, is yours Samsung? Or yeah, Galaxy.
Oh, that,
It will be. That's like a. Hi, Virginia H. This is what the big channels do. Go around and watch all the small channels, okay? And whatever they talk about doing or whatever they do, just redo it. But do it like you didn't see their video first. like that. I was literally setting up whiteboard and stuff to do whiteboard videos because it was something I could do, and then whatever. Another channel that's way bigger than me is doing them. I don't want to do it now because it'll look like I'm copycat, and that was just plain bad. I was too slow on my part. I shouldn't have took so long to set it up, but the lot of the bigger channels out there, they do not have any qualms about running with some smaller channel's idea and claiming it as their own. None at all. All right, Jake. 7:30 Tuesday. I have no idea. We'll probably keep carrying over on Ephesians. There's still chapters left. And see, I love Samsung phones. I think they're good phones. I just my last Samsung is still here, and if I could get it turned on, I would. I think I'd have to buy a new battery, which is nearly as much as the phone. The updates wouldn't work on it. It doesn't have enough memory to carry all the updates. Darn it. But I actually prefer a flip phone for communications. Like, open the phone, make your call, kind of thing. I won't, Jake. I just need to get with some of the other channels and we can schedule this out better. I mean, Saturday night's going to be there from now on. I'm just going to do Saturday night. Been people trying to run me out of that spot for a while now, and I'm still there. If that tells you how that's going to go. That's where I got my start live streaming. My first live stream ever was my Saturday live stream. I enjoy doing the Saturday night live streams. I'm going to continue with the Saturday night live stream. That's fine, Ed. I mean, if I don't mind giving my slot on Friday over to somebody that wants to do a thing or whatever, like what I do. And there is a place for all kinds of videos. There's a place for everybody on YouTube. There's a place for 99% of the people that are citizens of the United States to remain in the United States. Yeah, I said 99. But to me, community means more than a lot of people on here. It is not a community. And I will say this, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Do not swing by my channel. Give me 5 minutes or 5 seconds of view time while you hit the thumbs up and type in, I got you with a thumbs up and a comment, and go to the next one. You're slaying my channel by dropping my average view time. If it's a 5-minute video and I get 10, if I've got a bunch of people on there with 10 seconds views, they're like, oh, this was crap, and they laugh. That's the way the algorithm reads that. I would rather you not comment and let the video run through at least halfway and come back on. I want people who are going to watch my videos to subscribe to me. That is the number one thing that is going to improve YouTube for everybody, is if subscriptions and views become real again. They shall remain nameless, but there was one channel over here that, they were literally buying their subs and buying their views. And I'm glad they're gone now. But that kind of stuff, when you got people out there, which they lose money when they do it, on the buying the views and buying the subs. It's people using their pocketbook to make themselves feel good, so they can beat the deal or whatever. It's like, oh, if I can get past this point, then it'll build on its own or whatever. But anyway, that's the reason YouTube had to do that big purge. But when you have to purge something like that, you have to make sure and be careful, HNX, that if LS comes in, she's quick on the cussing. But you're right. Go ahead and approve that. I know we're big people or whatever, but again, I have grandchildren and stuff that lurk in these live streams. So, and they read the side chat or whatever. The one's probably still trying to figure out who Freddy Krueger is. But anyway, legitimately, I want Friday. If I give my spot over, I want it to be somebody that wants to actually have a topic and wants people to come in that they enjoy communicating with, that have input or at least a desire to learn, and that are legitimately concerned or involved with the other people in the chat. I have Aid's contact. I have Dad's contact. I believe I have H&X's contact. Not sure about John. Maybe. I think I have John's. At one point, I had Aaron and Virginia's, I believe. I have HDP's contact. Wolcott, you sent me yours, didn't you? But I have ways of contacting these people outside of here. Chipper, I have his home address. Hey, Adarsh, Candy, I didn't see you. Got Mark's contact. Biddy Booze. Almost everybody in here, I got their contact and addresses and been to the house and stuff. Yeah, LS. She's not actually in here. I was just warning people that to be careful with the language because if she's, oh wait, she is in here. Hey, don't boot anybody, LS. Uh, it was an accident. Your goat is starting to aggravate me. Actually, no, she's fine. She must be. She was like probably sitting there minding her own business and got like this. Did somebody say somebody was cussing in the chat? Instant LS with the blue wrench. So or did somebody probably like emailed her or something? Start working 5 minutes, Aid. You still having to do transport or can you bike it or whatever now? I'm gonna get off here pretty quick. I'm been on an hour and a half and I gotta find me something to eat. You went on a date. Y'all go check out LS and go to her like famous husband's Instagram thing, which she is now going to plug in the chat. Tried White Claw tonight. What's that? Yeah, what John Rocco said. What is that? Is that like some? I know he can cook. That barbecue pit is a cheat, but I want one now. I didn't realize it. Like, it's really good. The food comes up really good. Um, how that's white as White Claw. Is that slang for human hands? Probably. Oh, White Claw is a beer. Okay, never mind. There we go. That's all I need to know. Oh, a low carb white girl beer. Okay, one of those. Ah. Well, glad everybody made it tonight, and I know some of y'all just got here, but I've been on for hour and a half, over an hour and a half. All right, Abe, be safe, man. Don't get hurt, nothing. All right. No, I was just I'm trying to decide what to do on the Friday night because I hate the idea of. I know what it was like, and I'm still a very small channel, but I know what it was like to have like 100 subs or 20 subs or whatever, and be doing a live stream and be going, man, ain't nobody gonna show up, and I mean, I live stream 3 times a week, people. That's a lot of live streaming, and if I would just stop Friday night, it would open a slot for somebody else. But I want to open a slot for another channel to have a day to live stream. I don't want to stop live streaming and have the same people always live streaming. You know what I mean? I don't want the guy that has a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday live stream to all of a sudden have a Friday one too, or you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of small channels out there that have stuff to say that need a time slot to get it said, but I also want to have a place where people can come and not have to worry about the guy talking to the camera going MF this or GD that or whatever. I use hot skillet words, but they do not have to be the go-to part of your vocabulary, for crying out loud. When if it's America, right? I could cuss all I wanted to on it. I could. Y'all can't tell me to stop. But I'm also grown. I am a grown man. I don't need every other word that comes out of my mouth to be foul. So I work on it. And this is a place where you don't have to listen to that. I mean, yeah, I say I oops every once in a while, but we all do. Well, I've tried that, but Hangouts went away, and I'm not so sure I like the idea of that stream whatever thing. Now I can't remember, StreamYard or whatever. You got 6 people in there. And if I'm hosting them on my channel, which I actually enjoy that, that's like the best time. We never thought anybody would let us actually come to their house the first trip we took. And we were like, wow, people are letting us come visit them. And then the second trip, we got to go visit more people. And we're addicted to that now. If I could do traveling YouTube videos, I would do that. But you have any idea how much money a guy would have to make off YouTube to be able to do that? It's like stupid amount of money. Anyway, but I can do it from here if people would be willing to come over. But that StreamYard or whatever, it's a little sketchy. It's browser to browser. It's not run through it comes through the cloud, and I dislike the cloud. I do not like the cloud. Have I mentioned that I don't like the cloud? And John, whenever somebody starts using too much, which is, it doesn't take much to be too much. When somebody resorts to foul language too readily, I lose interest in what they have to say. And that's a biblical thing. It's not that cussing is a sin. It's that they have not learned to bridle the tongue. So they have not developed wisdom yet. You do not want to try and garner wisdom from somebody who has not developed wisdom. And proof of wisdom is the bridling of the tongue. I've been known to use a hot skillet word or two when I'm preaching. but it's appropriate. It's not done for shock value. It's done because it's an appropriate place to insert said word. There are times when certain words are appropriate. A lot of those times are very rare. You know, the cloud is like the voices, actually, yes. The cloud's that big secure thing where everybody stores all their pictures and data and everything like that keeps getting hacked. So yeah, the cloud's stupid. Where'd you go? Away.
I was doing something.
Oh. Whatever. I had to stop it because I don't know. It was making me jig for other stuff. It's not. Yeah. I think people push marijuana because they want to be high. The Einstein might disagree on what. Kyle. Hello, Kyle Jamerson. It helped my aches and pains or whatever, but I did notice that I was I don't know. I guess the filter wasn't working 100% was part of it, but the biggest thing is like you know I think it's mostly the flavor. The flavor was triggering a response that I was not happy with. What are you laughing at?
The advertisement on your channel when it came out.
Is it that good? Please tell me it's not handbags or something.
No, it's about a movie.
Is it a cartoon movie?
No.
Oh,
The Peanut Butter Falcon movie.
okay, yeah, I got that ad the other day.
He shoots the gun and he goes flying down the railroad tracks backwards.
Yes. And the only problem with that is it's got that waffle in it. The guy with the weird name from Holes or whatever. Good night, Jake. Still don't know why Einstein disagrees with me. Anyway, yeah. Good night, Jake. Sleep well. Excellent work. Okay, which one of you fine people out here is going to do the after show? So y'all can continue with your chattedness. Dad, come on, man. You can go in there and point the camera at the whiteboard and just rock it on all night, can't you? I tried to get the missus to do this, and that way I didn't have to. She said, okay, Jake. Anyway, yeah. Oh, did the kids get a hold of you about going over there in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was hoping they'd forgotten and I could get out of it. But
I didn't even get out of the car and got a phone call. I said, I haven't even made it in the house yet. I know. He's like, you go in the house, you shut your phone down, and you never hear it ring.
So it was watching you on the thing? Yeah, that's funny. Anyway, our kids have drafted us.
Low jack.
Yeah, they got a low jack on my wife's phone. I keep turning mine on. I found it. I know how. I don't know how. You don't know where I'm. Yeah, it's called me and say, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Why? Do you want to know?" And then he has to tell me why he's asking before I can answer. So I'm smart. But anyway, forgot about that. We got to get up and go do stuff.
Did you say what's your percent?
What do you think? What do you put? Trust me, me and Einstein, we could have some talking done. I'd be like, psh, shut up, Einstein. You got that theory of relativity thing. Einstein was wrong about the theory of relativity.
But the little Einstein show.
Oh, little Einstein.
LS knows.
I'm just saying, I don't care how fast you travel, okay? You're still at the same time. Time isn't relative to light. Okay? And that would mean that if you traveled at the speed of light in the opposite direction of the Earth, I don't even know how you would do that. Then the minute you hit faster than light, you would start going back in time. But you're moving away from everything you know. So you would be going back in time to nowhere. Oh, wait, yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't matter how fast you fly around. I mean, if you get on a jet airplane, a supersonic jet airplane, and fly the opposite direction of the rotation of the planet, satellites do it all the time, and catch up with the Earth, with the sunrise. If you take off with the sunrise behind you, and then, you know what I'm saying? If you can never make the sun go down, or the sun never goes up, whatever, however you work it, or, a day's only, you can get the sun up and the sun down in 12 hours, whatever, however you do it. You're not going to be time traveling. Time doesn't have anything to do with how fast you go. Time is a concept. It's not tangible.
I was so happy he said like 5 different times.
Sorry, Jake. I got to get off here too, people. Love all y'all. Stay alive. Don't die. I'll be back on tomorrow, 8:30, 8:45. Depends on how long PA and them stay on. Go there, hang out in that. Step 1 survival for all you people over here that aren't, whatever, subscribe to BA and them. Go to my subscription, whatever thing or whatever. You should be down there pretty close. It's Step 1 survival. Subscribe. Podcast tomorrow night. What? On general relativity? No. Generally speaking, relatives are a pain in the arse. How's that? But we will talk more about the theory of relativity tomorrow if somebody reminds me of how stupid that is. You know, he spent the rest of his life trying to disprove it. Math is not the answer to the universe. The entire universe, everything in existence, cannot be proven mathematically. Some of it has to be taken on faith. Like 100% of it. We see it, therefore we can believe it. We got to learn to believe the stuff we can't see too. Love y'all. I really am. I'm getting off. Night. See y'all tomorrow.
Did you tell him?